Good Sunday evening, everyone. Today is August 1st, 2021, and this is episode 119 of 413 Sports Talk. I'm your host, Rahim Escobar. Good evening, everybody. I hope everyone's doing well. Today I have news from the sporting world. We are going to look at team number 2 on my list, that NFL section we call from worst to first, grading the offensive lines. Olympic stuff in there for you as well, and also scores from the Major League Baseball. And I got some MLS scores in there too. But first and foremost, let's start with this news, guys. The Vikings rookie quarterback Kellen Mond tests positive for COVID-19. Kirk Cousins was within direct contact of him, so I guess he's under COVID protocol too. It's unclear to me whether he officially has it or not, or if any diagnosis has been thrown out there. But as soon as I know something, I'll throw it up on the page, or shoot, if you're a Vikings fan, I'll message you about it. How about that? Cleveland Browns and Nick Chubb agreed to a 3-year, $36 million extension. Awesome for him. Nick Chubb's one of the best in this league, and the Cleveland Browns have one of the best offensive lines in this league. I never thought I would ever be saying that. That's kind of weird. San Diego Padres Fernando Tatis on a 10-day injured list as he yet again hurts his shoulder. They'll probably just let it loosen up. Give him a couple days off, and he'll be back in that lineup soon. The Padres need him, though. They're so inconsistent. Xavier Howard, the lockdown corner of the Miami Dolphins, decides to show up to practice. So it looks like his want out of Miami is put on hold. I think it opens the door for that. And I'll drop the phone. I think that will open the door for an extension, like maybe 5 years, $120 million. I don't know. Just throwing some numbers out there. Maybe there's no defensive back that is worth that much money, but it's nice to think about, right? New Orleans Saints signed free agent halfback, former Atlanta Falcon Devontae Freeman. That's gonna bode well for what they do offensively, and it's going to give Alvin Kamara a couple breathers this season, because he literally plays every snap. And all 32 NFL teams were on the field Saturday, as it kind of marks something symbolic, like the season's here. Like all the NFL squads are at work and trying to get better and win football games and hopefully get a Super Bowl ring. Anyway, and finally, the NHL is investigating claim that San Jose Sharks Evander Kane, that's my boy, bet on his own games. His wife, told him. Now, I've seen mixed stories of it. It was a dry snitch. It was a misinterpretation of the wife's initial quote. I've heard people say she's a fucking rat. But it's interesting that that report would come from home. If it's true, I can't sit here and call you bad for betting on games, but, if you're a professional, you really can't bet on your own games, Evander. Come on. I don't know. Anyway, getting into the NFL from worst to first, my number 2 offensive line in the entire NFL league, National Football League, is the Cleveland Browns. Their projected starters, which are going to be the starters barring injury, Jack Conklin, Wyatt Teller, J.C. Treader, Joel Bitonio, one of the best guards in the fucking league. And if you remember episodes a few weeks ago, we got into the top guards in the NFL. Jedrick Willis Jr. And before I start my take on this offensive line, there's really no holes here. You might could say Wyatt Teller because he's injury prone, and JC Tretter's been inconsistent at times, but other than that, this is a great offensive line. And here's my take. From Miles G to Odell to Denzel Ward, Nick Chubb, even the leader, the quarterback, this roster is loaded with talent and is even a Super Bowl contender. Hold on. Yes, I said it, a Super Bowl contender. The Cleveland Browns, if this offensive line can keep up the play that the occasion that the group rose to last year and improve on that this year, there's no reason why you can't look at the Browns and call them paper champs. Just literally, it's like a Madden team up and down. So I think the health of the offensive line is going to determine what goes on during the season. Obviously, the other guys staying healthy too, Odell, Jarvis Landry, what's his name? Kareem Hunt, because he's another guy that can rush for 1,400 yards at any given moment. So he is not somebody to throw in the back of your mind or say, man, he's a backup. Anyway, there is fear from worst to first. So tune into Monday's episode and you'll see the number one team is. If you've been paying attention, you're probably not surprised. I promise it's not biased, but I just call it how I see it. In the Major League Baseball, Toronto over Kansas City for a zip. San Fran over Houston 8-6. Los Angeles Angels beat Oakland by a run. Tampa Bay smokes my Red Sox 9-5. Yankees 4, Marlins 2. Chicago Cubs 6, Washington Nationals 3. It's kind of fucked, man, that the Cubs start to win now. In 10 innings, the Mets beat the Cincinnati Reds 5-4. Cleveland beats the Chicago White Sox, again, not a video game score, 12-11. Atlanta over Milwaukee 8-1, and Colorado beats San Diego Padres in the game in which Fernando Tatis Jr. was injured 5-3. And moving on to the Olympics. We're gonna start with swimming. I watched a replay of this, but I watched a replay of last night's race. But just Caleb Dressel, his Olympics have been brilliant, man. He's the only guy that's gone into an event, has gone into every single event, favored to win it, but has yet to win a gold of his own. Well, after tonight, that's definitely going to change. It probably changed a couple nights ago when he won the 800 meter. Yes, Caleb Dressel came in first place. Florent Manadou from France came in second, and Bruno Fratus from Brazil came in third. And the 50-meter freestyle, the women's, this one was intense. Emma McLeod from Great Britain, closely followed by Sarah Sigurdsson, and she was quickly followed by Pernille Bloom. And in basketball, USA beats the Czech Republic 119-84. It was a nice little looking to put on the team, huh? So there we have it. This was episode 119 of 4-3 Sports Talk. I'm your host, Rahim Escalay. Do not forget to tune in tomorrow to episode 120. I revealed the final team in my worst to first. I got scores from Major League Baseball, and we sit down and start to talk about fantasy football. I got a couple points I'm going to bring up, and eventually I'm going to coin together a draft guide. So look for that to come later this week. Other than that, enjoy your Sunday. I love you all and wish you nothing but health, wealth, and success. Have a great night. See you tomorrow with episode 120.